The best way to describe myself is I'm a husband, a father, a follower of Christ, sometimes an occasional warrior. Done many marathons, done ultra marathons. I've done multi-day races on foot or with a heavy load on my back, but I've never done a mountain bike event. Lots of competitions claim to be tough, not all of them are. And from every report, it sounds like this one is really, really tough. The guy who created this race, I told him, when you subtitled this race, the toughest race on earth, you were really calling me out by name because I really wanted to see, is it really that tough? Besides competing in the Best Ranger competition, I've trained for this longer and harder than anything I've trained for in my life.
Yeah, it's 1,000 kilometers. Some call it extreme, but it's been designed in a way that creates a mechanism for people to allow to discover they have the potential to actually do this.
First, I've never done a bike race in my life. Second, I've never done long distances on a mountain bike. Third, I'm doing this thing as the first and only American to compete in this competition. Virtually everything about this is very uncomfortable for me. And the real reason I'm doing the Munga is to raise awareness about veteran suicide. My goal is to raise $50,000 for the Three Rangers Foundation. But even bigger than Three Rangers, I want people to be aware of veteran suicide and how big of a deal this still is in the United States. I've looked at my training, I've tried to look at the course, and my real goal is to cross the finish line in less than 3 days, 72 hours.
A small percentage of people seriously think about winning the Munga. What's become a really difficult thing to do is to go under 3 days, That's exceptionally difficult.
Winning for me is getting out on the course and actually finding out what my limits are and seeing just how tough this event is and just how tough I am. I believe the average guy or gal all over the world has it in them to do something extraordinary. Maybe it's summit Mount Everest. Maybe it's complete the Munga. You have it in you, but you just don't know that you have this in you until you give it a try. Part of doing an event like this and part of a documentary that follows people doing an event like this may motivate somebody to get off the couch and to give something a try that they've always thought they would like to attempt, but they just weren't sure if they had it in them. If there's a few moments in this race where I feel like, uh-oh, I'm in over my head and I don't know if I have what it takes to finish, but I'm gonna keep pedaling and I'm gonna give it everything that I got, and maybe I die before I cross the finish line. If that happens during this race once or twice, I will consider it a success.